happy to have you along. This should be a good one. The NFL Pro Bowl is underway. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
2nd and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
And going deep for Hill. They got his man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mostert will score. Touchdown AFC. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Justin Simmons of the Broncos there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd and 3.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And looking. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The offense for the NFC back out there. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it will be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On third down, it's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and an AFC touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now first down.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Purdy on fourth down.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that
searching.
one. Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff is screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And the play goes nowhere. losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point.
Justin Tucker to kick off for the AFC.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here now the NFC to take over on offense.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the 1st half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Justin Tucker to kick off for the AFC.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Back out is the AFC offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Boomer Baker with a pick, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Back deep to return is Marvin Mims.
Take it at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the AFC will take over 1st and 10.
The AFC about ready to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.